This is your last chance to get rich before AI changes everything. Elon Musk said there's a high chance that we enter in what's called a K-shaped economy within 5 years. The people with assets get massively richer. The people who depend on a paycheck get way poorer. We live in a world where a 17-year-old with a laptop can build what used to take 50 employees 5 years ago. I launch a new AI company every month and I see it with my own eyes. The barrier to entry has never been lower. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to figure out where you sit in this shift right now, how to completely rethink the way you work so AI works for you instead of against you, and a brand new market that AI created that's going to pave the way for the next wave of billionaires, starting with where you sit right now. Point number one, 3 categories of replacement. There's only 3 ways AI is replacing people right now. Not next year, right now. Category number 1. AI first people, they're just replacing other people. I mean, one person using AI does the work of 5 who don't. If someone walks into your company and outproduces 5 other people, those 5 are gone. Category number 2, AI is replacing complete departments. No human in the loop anymore. Customer support, bookkeeping, content, AI handles the whole function end to end. The job still exists, it's just people inside of those departments just aren't doing it. In category number 3, AI is replacing entire businesses. The thing you sell stops being what people pay for. Translation agencies, gone. Basic tax prep, done. Designers, done. Software companies are getting absolutely decimated, done. AI doesn't do it cheaper. It makes the whole friggin' thing unnecessary. So now you're probably thinking, AI can't do what I do. I am a specialist. I've got tons of experience and all this background and I'm an artist. Well, you might just not know of some AI tool that already does. And even if you think it can't, it will. Just look how much it's grown. And you've heard it time and time again, AI won't replace you, but someone using it will. So now we see how people are getting replaced with those 3 levels, but most people hear this and go into defense mode. But the people who actually get rich from this, they don't play defense, they play offense. Let me show you what that looks like. Point number 2, AI first thinking. Replace yourself before someone else does. The people on the winning side of this aren't protecting their old way of working. They're saying to themselves, I need to change what I focus on. I'm gonna give that to the AI, because the truth is I wasn't adding any really unique and different value, but I'm gonna set myself up where while I get that time back, I'm gonna go and do something different. These people are disrupting themselves. They're actually saying, I know I don't have a job in the future, and then they replace their own processes with AI before somebody does it to them. It's first principle thinking. Grab a blank piece of paper, a blank slate, and ask yourself, as the AI gets better, what part of my job is not needed? If you had no career right now, you had nothing, what would you build today with AI? That's what your weekend should be looking like. The people doing 10 times more, 10 times faster got there by replacing themselves first. Nobody had to ask them to do this. You should be looking to disrupt yourself. You need to ask yourself, if somebody was competing against me with 10 times more AI experience than me, how would they do it? Don't let that person figure it out because they're out there doing it right now. You just don't know about them yet. Have you not seen all the layoffs? Meta, rumor they're gonna lay off 20% of their team. Block, which was Square, Jack Dorsey's company, laid off 40% of his team, all AI related. The wave is starting, get ahead of it. And just so you know, this story repeats itself every single time there's a major shift. You know, they say history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Radio refused to believe television was gonna be the future, gone. Newspaper refused to believe the internet would replace print, gone. Billboard companies, I mean, nobody's gonna take us. Facebook ads replaced them, gone. Blockbuster, we all know the story, believed that streaming wasn't coming. Netflix said, hold my drink, watch me cook. Boom, scratch that. Next thing you know, Blockbuster's going bankrupt. They all chose to protect their old way of doing business instead of saying, hey, why don't I be the person that disrupts my own business model before everybody else? Another frame is to think about competing against 10 other companies. How would you use AI to compete against them? Do that. That reframing, that thinking is called first principles. And every single one of the examples I just gave got replaced by someone who thought that way. They saw where the world was going. They said, I can see the trend line and I will get there first. So what do you actually do about this? Well, here's the exercise I did with my whole team. First thing is I asked them to write down everything they do in a typical week. I'm talking about the work workflows. It's not about the roles anymore, it's about the workflow. So write down all the unique little different things you do. The second step is go through each one of those items, everything you wrote down, and ask yourself, if I was starting from zero today, would I do it this way? Or would I have AI handle it? Or what part of it could it be handled by AI? Then the third step is anything AI could handle, that's what I replace first. For example, going through your emails, negotiating things for you, coordinating, writing like you, researching stuff, literally, honestly, everything. There's so many things that even 2 months ago, a month ago, it couldn't do that now it does better than a human. And number 4, and this is the goal, is that you should only be doing things that AI can't do for you. So think about it. You know what AI can't do? I call it hard for computers, easy for humans. It's things like talking to people, negotiating, feelings, cracking a joke, understanding the nuance in things. It's anytime there's humans involved. The good news, you just have to free up your time so you have time to talk to them. And look, if you want my help to build this out, I actually built a playbook that walks you through every step of building AI into every department inside your business. Just find me on Instagram and DM me the word AI business and I'll send it right over to you. So now you've rethought how you work, how you operate, but we have to do the same exercise with what you sell because that's where the real money is. Point number 3, sell impossible outcomes. Everybody's racing to sell AI chatbots, AI assistants, AI calling tools. They'll be commoditized in the next 18 months. You do realize this. The other day I was doing my Kings Club program and there was 100 kids and 37 of them were all starting AI phone services for local businesses. Why? Because their dad or their mom or somebody told them to do it. The real money isn't selling AI tools, it's in selling the results that couldn't exist before AI. It's not how do I use AI to be able to do something I do today cheaper. It's what can I offer now that nobody else could have offered before, either the cost structure or the complexity, or you didn't even know how. You're not competing with other people in that instance. The thing you're selling didn't exist until you built it. At Martel Ventures, my AI venture studio, we just launched yet another company that's already at $1 million in run rate with 2 people, a business lead and a technical lead. And the reason why is they're building a solution that you couldn't even do before. Technically, it wasn't feasible. The complexity, the data, the analysis, it required AI to make it happen. No massive full-time team, no $10 million in funding, no massive data infrastructure, not even an office. 2 people, $1 million in revenue in a few weeks. The big reframe for you to consider is that in a world where AI solves every problem, then the problem to solve is knowing what problem to solve. It's a sequencing problem. The right sequence equals success. So how do we find the right problem we're solving in the age of AI? The first thing you have to do is find a painful problem. I'm talking hair on fire, bruise, open wound, thirsty in a desert, like I've got pain. Do you have a pill that solves it? Because guess what? AI will never change that. That will always be a needed piece of the recipe to win. Number 2 is look up the people currently fixing that problem and understand how their solution looks, right? Just like go interview their customers, be a secret shopper, call them up, fill out the form, talk to them. The third step is ask yourself, how can I use AI to do this in half the time, twice as fast, way cheaper, better? The answer is there. And guess what? If you don't know, ask the AI. And then lastly, go to step 4, which is pre-sell it. Describe it like it already exists. See, the problem has always been not can you build it, it's does anybody want to buy it? Where do they hang out? How do I find them? Do that first before you go invest all this time and energy to build something to know that there's a market and there's validation. If someone pulls out their wallet and pays you for it, build it. And if they don't, you just saved yourself months of building something nobody wanted in the first place. So you've rethought how you work, you've rethought what you sell, but there's this one more shift that's coming that almost nobody's talking about yet. And the people who see it first are going to own the next decade. Point number 4, sell to agents, not just people. AI agents, AI agents, AI agents. It's like the new hotness, but most people don't understand what it means. It's very simple. You have a program that is powered by AI and it runs in a place, call it your computer, and it does things for you. What's crazy is that it can do everything, which means it can also make decisions on what tools it uses. It can make decisions on how much it's willing to spend based on what you told it as a budget. So now all of a sudden, the AI is making decisions on buying, not the human. Do you understand how different this is? Let me give you examples. I've paid for 13 different tools in the last 10 days, okay? 13 different APIs, services, data providers. I didn't make that decision. The AI told me it was the best based on what I was trying to build. It went and signed up for me. It set up my account for me. I didn't buy, the agent bought. In the next year or two, people won't shop for themselves anymore. They'll have a single AI agent that does it all. They find, they compare, they buy it all on your behalf. You're no longer just selling to humans, you're selling to the AI agents. McKinsey projects that that market alone will hit 3 to 5 trillion with a T by 2030. Whatever you sell today, you need to think about how AI agents will find you and buy from you. And it's different than the way humans do it. Coinbase, which is one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, they knew that agents were eventually going to need to buy things, so they built a new feature called agentic wallets. That's a real thing. The head of engineering literally said, like, in the future, it's not a person, it's the agent that's going to decide how much they're going to spend and what they're going to do and how they're going to save their money. Sounds crazy, but that's not a future thing, that's a now thing. It's here right now. Wouldn't you make that trade? Knowing how good AI is, like when you ask it a question and it gives you like perfect recall, do you think maybe it knows personal finance better than you? Maybe? Do you think it'd be cool if you could just give it something you want to buy and all of a sudden it goes and does all the work, researches it, finds the best deal, negotiates the discount code, and all of a sudden it has access to a limited amount of funds and it just buys things on your behalf? That's a today thing. Your business has to get ready for those agents looking for people like you, if you get ready, so they can find you and buy from you. Think of it like this. You have vendor A, okay? It's a beautiful website. The pricing says contact us for a quote, and they can fill out a form, and there's services described in vague marketing language. An AI agent can't buy from that company. It doesn't know what you sell. It doesn't know how much it costs. It doesn't even know where to start. Then you've got vendor B. Think about it. Offer is spelled out on the homepage, clearly, simple. The services are clear. The pricing, the turnaround, how to get started is literally click, click here and get a token. An AI agent can read vendor B's website. It can compare it to 10 other options and make the buying decision in seconds. So now when you go to update or build a new website, your offer doc, a landing page, whatever it is, you have to keep these two things in mind. One, did I spell out the offer in plain, structured terms? What do you do? What does it cost? What do the clients get and how fast? And made it available to agents to find and scan that. That's a technical feature on your website. And two, don't try to get fancy. The agent doesn't care how beautiful your website, how many parallax effects and animations you got going on and how much you spent on it. They just want to know, is it clear and can I understand it? This might feel like it's early, but early is exactly where the money is. Now, this isn't about panic and it's about playing offense, not defense. In 5 years from now, people are gonna look back on this moment and they're gonna ask themselves, I could have been early to the internet like 1999. Did I take advantage of it? Or Bitcoin in 2009. Imagine if you would have mined 1,000 Bitcoins, what your life would look like today. So you don't need to be a tech person. The cool part is AI can be the tech person for you. You don't need to write code. AI does that for you too. You just need to see the shift, like I just explained it to you, and move before everyone else does. Being early is how we win in today's market. So do me a favor. I've shared a lot of things that can help you move your life forward, integrate AI, even start the next wave of businesses, okay? I just need you to leave a comment below and let me know what's the one thing you're gonna take action on today. And remember, if you're having a hard time integrating AI into your business, just DM me the word AI business on Instagram and I'll send you my full playbook for free. Now, if you want to see with your own eyes exactly how I'm going all in on AI this year, click here and I'll see you on the other side.